Welcome to the SunTouch WarmWire installation overview video. I'm your host, Colin Marshall, and if you are watching this video, then you're just about ready to get started with your WarmWire installation. This video is intended to give a general overview of the installation process. Be sure to read through the provided installation manual for additional information not contained in this video. This video will highlight the steps needed for a proper WarmWire installation. We'll cover what's included in the WarmWire kit, planning and preparation, installation, floor coverings, and the SunTouch SunStack control and final testing. Each kit contains everything needed to complete an installation, including the WarmWire, a loudmouth, SunTouch SunStack, cable strap, small tape, an installation manual, and a copy of this DVD. Let's go ahead and get started. First, fully read the provided installation manual. The next step is to determine the location of the SunStack. Make sure this location is open and accessible and not behind a closed door, in a closet, or in a cabinet. Once this is determined, a dedicated power line must be run to this location. Be sure to follow all local electrical and building codes when doing this. Drill or saw holes for the conduit at the bottom wall plate. One hole is for routing the power leads, and the other is for the thermostat sensor. These holes should be directly below the electrical box used for securing the thermostat. For most installations, we recommend a 4x4 electrical box with a single gang mud ring. Second, test the WarmWire and thermostat sensor to ensure no damage occurred during shipping. We'll do this by using a digital multimeter. Set the meter to 200 ohms and connect probes to the power leads. For a 120 volt WarmWire, connect to the white and black leads. For a 240 volt WarmWire, connect to the blue and black leads. The ohm values measured should match what is on the tag. Record these values into the installation manual and repeat this process for each of the leads and the green ground. These values should be open or infinite. The meter used indicates this by displaying an eye. Next, test the sensor. The sensor is located under the SunStat in the box. Set the multimeter to 20,000 ohms and connect the probes to the leads of the sensor. This value will vary based on the temperature of the room. Refer to the sensor chart in the installation manual to verify the results. When the sensor measures approximately 75 degrees in the room, the resistance reading should be approximately 10,000 ohms. WarmWire can be installed on frame floors or slabs. No matter the application, always install WarmWire before installing mortar or cement. Do not lay WarmWire in wet mortar. Before installing WarmWire, be sure to thoroughly clean the floor, removing all debris. Begin installing WarmWire by feeding the power leads up to the control location. Do the same with the sensor. The loudmouth monitors the heating wire during the entire installation process. If the heating wire is cut or damaged during installation, the loudmouth will sound an audible alarm. Repair the damaged area before applying the finished floor covering. Connect the leads of the WarmWire to the loudmouth. When connecting multiple WarmWire coils, connect them to the loudmouth in series. Position strapping at opposite ends of the room using either spray adhesive or nails. Be sure not to span more than 4 feet between strap runs. Additional strapping can be added as needed. A factory splice connects the cold lead to the WarmWire. It is important not to bend this connection. Depending on the thickness of the mortar used, it may be necessary to chisel out a portion of the subfloor to recess the factory connection. Hot glue this into place. Begin routing the cable in the strap at the control location with a stress release Z loop. Each vertical tab represents 1 inch of spacing. Use these as visual indicators and then route the cable according to the desired spacing. Bend the tab around the warm wire to secure it in place. Do not route warm wire under vanities or permanent fixtures. Stay 4 to 6 inches away from the walls, vents, and the wax ring on toilets. When adding strapping after the cable has been routed, slide the strapping tabs down to prevent snagging the cable. Do not cut the warm wire. Find an area to use the excess. In most cases, excess warm wire can be routed around the perimeter in the 4 to 6 inch gap along the walls, staying at least 2 inches away from other installed warm wire, built-ins, and walls. Once the end of the warm wire has been reached, attach the end splice to the floor with hot glue. Once the warm wire is secure, it's time to install the sensor. Position the sensor parallel between the heating elements. Do not cross over the heating wire. Hot glue the sensor to the floor. At this time, perform another resistance check of all components. Record these values in the installation manual. Once completed, reconnect the loudmouth. When installing floor coverings, we recommend using a latex modified 3/8 inch thick thin set. We also recommend using a plastic trowel such as our cable trowel. A self-leveling mortar can be used when installing under laminates, hardwoods, carpets, etc. Regardless of the floor covering, the warm wire must be fully encapsulated in a mortar bed. Once the flooring is installed, take another resistance reading and record these values in the installation manual. To install the SunTouch thermostat, first remove the faceplate from the base. Take caution not to bend the internal connection pins. It may be necessary to shorten the leads from the warm wire, making sure to leave at least 8 inches of wire for ease of connection. Connect the load leads to the warm wire and the line leads to the power in from the breaker. Connect the sensor to the sensor terminals. If installing relays or multiple warm wire coils to a single SunTouch, refer to the installation manual for additional information. Once all connections are made, secure the base to the electrical box using the included screws. Reattach the faceplate to the base, taking care not to damage the internal connection pins. At this time, briefly turn on the SunTouch to test the system. Do not leave the thermostat on for an extended period of time. Doing so may compromise the thinset during the curing process. Refer to the thinset manufacturer's recommendations for minimum cure times. A SunTouch quick start manual and an interactive tutorial can be found on our website. Congratulations, you have finished this installation overview and are now ready to tackle your SunTouch WarmWire installation. If there's additional work to be done in this area, be sure to notify other tradespeople there is an electric radiant system installed. We are confident you will enjoy your new warm floor for many years to come. Remember to read the installation manual fully before beginning. For additional technical support, please visit our website to view our installation manuals and commonly frequently asked questions. Thank you for watching and enjoy your new SunTouch WarmWire Warm Floor.